far-right party denies claims that internal strife is damaging its chances at the polls.
Also tonight, getting a new buzz out of life. How working with bees is helping to turn young offenders away from crime.
And right on cue in Sheffield, Snooker's World Championships head back to the Crucible.
Well, it was a grey-looking Bolton Abbey a few hours ago, but will the sun shine this weekend? Join me later to find out.
And join us live down on the farm where spring has very definitely sprung and lambs have very definitely lambed.
Danny, thank you. There are just 3 weeks to go to the local elections and the British National Party denies that it is falling apart. It's fielding the smallest number of candidates in a decade and a number of its leading members in Yorkshire have switched to another party.
Now, in a moment, we'll be discussing the role that minority parties are playing in these elections. But first, our political editor, Len Tingle, reports on the far-right vote.
We would cap immigration straight away.
On the campaign trail this week, the far-right British National Party is shrugging off suggestions that it's in turmoil. Over the past decade, it had made the odd breakthrough, holding as many as a dozen seats at one time across Yorkshire. Now it appears to be in steep decline, with some prominent members defecting to a rival party.
There's a power struggle going on within your party. Is that having an effect on your ability to put candidates out?
Not at all. There was a power struggle going on in the party, but it was with a handful of people that really never were going to succeed and just caused some disruption, and now thankfully they've gone.
But the statistics tell a very different story. Right across Yorkshire's local councils, 511 seats are up for election. The BNP is contesting just 50 of them, the smallest number for a decade. And it's even worse in councils where they have had success in the past: Rotherham, Kirklees and Leeds. In Rotherham, the BNP put up 12 candidates last time. In Kirklees this time, just 6 are standing in Rotherham, 4 in Kirklees, and in Leeds the numbers have dwindled to just 2. Its main target is Barnsley, 21 seats up for election in the town. The BNP are contesting 12. Some BNP members have defected to the English Democrats, campaigning for an English Parliament and curbs on immigration. 4 have immediately been allowed to become candidates.
We think it is a good thing that those who are concerned about immigration and political correctness do join a more mainstream and responsible party, rather than allow a fascist party, and a very disreputable one, to monopolise the debate on these issues.
Including the BNP defectors, the English Democrats themselves are only putting up 27 candidates across Yorkshire. Len Tingle, BBC Look North.
Well, our political editor, Len Tingle, joins us now. Interpret this BNP situation for us, Len.
Well, the BNP have told me that they're a small party, few resources, and so they're having to strategically target what resources they've got, and Yorkshire isn't one of those targets this time around. So they're putting their resources into the Scottish Parliament and the Welsh Assembly. Well, make of that what you will, but I've been trawling through the figures here, and they are putting out so few candidates. The reduction is so dramatic that it looks to me like there's much more than that. They look like a party on the edge.
But what about the Green Party? Do we know much about what they're planning this local election?
Well, there are a number of minor parties around. The Greens are putting out more candidates than they've ever done before. 152 candidates across Yorkshire. There are 551 seats up, so they've put up 152 candidates. Now, they reckon they can make a breakthrough because over the past few years, while they've had success, a few councillors, they've had a lot of their thunder stolen by the main parties who have taken on environmental issues. They think that they can push back their credentials as Greens and take some of those votes back.
What about smaller parties likely to hold the key? I know in Sheffield it was interesting last time round, wasn't it?
Very much so. In fact, the Greens hold the key to Sheffield. If it wasn't for the Greens, then the Liberal Democrats wouldn't be able to run their minority administration. Now, a lot of these councils are so close that some